Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Gathering to all participation, I hope this message finds you well. As commonly understood, a fat tax refers to a specific kind of taxation levied on products that are seen as contributing a poor, heavy, and prevalence of obesity. Some food items that are included, such as high amount of sugar and fat, like chips, chocolate, and deep fried takeout, might potentially be subject to an additional fee. The rationale for implementing for the tax is in its potential to incentivize healthier dietary choice and products more revenue for public healthcare initiative. Critics argue that aggressive tax have a disproportionate impact on those who lower income level. In the present discourse, I want to explain the mentioned matter by amalgamation of ADAS model. As evidence, the implementation of a tax on supplier would compel them as rise the price level for their good or service, thus resulting in a proportional drop in the quantity demand by consumer. The sourced model it can seems that into a immediate period. The implementation of a tax on supplier result in a leftward shift of the aggregate supply curve and donate as S1. Under those circumstances, the consumer surplus will be reduced from the combined area encompassing A and B and C, also D, to just area A. Similarity, the product's surplus will be diminished from the collective region comprising E. F and G to only area B and F. A reduction in economic efficiency, sometimes referred to as a deadweight loss, is evidence in a region donated by D and E. As shown by the blue hat, deadweight loss refer to economic burden that is incurred by society. The market inefficiency arises due to a disparity between the consumption and allocation of resources. In this context, the implementation of tax on pertinent goods would result in a significant reduction in both consumer surplus and producer surplus. Additionally, the presence of deadweight loss suggests a decrease in overall social welfare. With respect to a long-term effect on aggregate demand and aggregate supply, when the adjustments are made to rising price of the tax good, the consumer may choose to reduce their consumption of those items. This behavior uh, has the potential to cause the change in the agreed aggregate demand curve from the initial position, denoted as D0, to a new position denoted as D1. The resulting equilibrium point will be denoted as E1. It is evident that there has a substitutional decrease in both consumer surplus and producer surplus. In the orange area representing the tax money generated by the government via the imposition of tax on those goods. In this discussion, we will explore the advantages of implementing for tax on both public health and the economy. Individuals would be compelled to bear the social burden associated with consuming unhealthy food by the implementation of the levy on foods high in fat. The societal externalities associated with eating of fatty food, as an example, the consumption of unhealthy food contribute to the problem of obesity, according to estimate the United Kingdom economy experience and anniversary loss ranging from 6.6 billion Europe dollar to 7.4 billion Europe dollar, a result of purposes of obesity. The aforementioned expenditure issues from the allocation of funds by the National Health Service toward the treatment of medical conduction association with obesity, including but not limited to heart disease, angina, diabetes, and strokes. The impact of weight-related issues on jobs, absenteeism. The economic impact of obesity include the loss of income resulting from the disease and parochimal abnormality in individuals who are classified as obese uh, have a 25% decreased likelihood of securing employment, hence resulting in the reduction in tax revenue and the increase in welfare expenditure. If the tax were imposed of fatty milk, individuals would be compelled to bear the social costs associated with such consumption. So implementing higher price for unhealthy commodities might potentially lead to a reduction in demand, hence contribution to the mitigation of obesity rate. Enhancing the allocation of resources might be accomplished via the implementation of a system whereby individuals bear the burden of society expand. The implementation of surcharge on the unhealthy food item would serve as a incentive for the customer to choose healthier alternatives, so enhancing their overall well-being and mitigating the likelihood of disease. The implementation of the fact test um, would serve as a incentive for farming to encourage in the development of food products that had diminished level of fat and sugar. Fast food establishment would likely exhibit a heightened inclination to provide a more extensive range of menu options, increasing the value of fatty food has a potential produce, to produce substantial revenue for the government. There is a possibility um, that the base rate of value-add tax may be decreased, or alternatively, the fund generated from such uh, reduction could be used to counterbalance others from taxation. Therefore, it is possible that implementing a fat tax would not result in an increase in overall tax collection, maintaining the state of revenue neutrality. So alternatively, the cash generated from the implementation of a tax fact may particularly be allocated toward covering the healthcare costs related to obesity. The linear multiple regression model is widely regarded as the principal tool into a field of econometrics. It provides a systematical approach for quantitatively estimating the influence of change in economic variability, known as the experimentary variable. On another variable of interest, referring to as the dependent variable. Importantly, this model makes into a consideration the effect of all other factors that may influence the dependent variable. The importance of these proviso lies in the fact that um, after the impact of others explanatory variables in the model have been taken in the consideration, regression analysis sync to the ascertain the incremental impact of the particular explanatory variable. By the regression model, it is impossible to establish the economic growth as the dependent variable. Additionally, other factors such as the tax rate, the direction of the tax rate, and the categories of product subject to the fact text may be included as an independent variable. The approach aims to ascertain any potential relationship that might exist between those variables. Thanks for listening. Thank you.